Kieran Proverbs Brown, 19, of Ward Street, Holme was found guilty following a trial at Liverpool Crown Court of conspiracy to commit murder and attempted murder. He pleaded guilty to possession of a firearm with intent to endanger life. He was given an indeterminate prison sentence for public protection and ordered to serve a minimum term of 12 years before he will be eligible to apply for parole. Zishan Ghani, 20, of no fixed address, was found guilty of conspiracy to murder and possession of a firearm with intent to endanger life and was also sentenced to an indeterminate term for public protection. He must serve a minimum of 7 years behind bars before he will be considered for parole. Their victim, a 27-year-old man, was shot on Monday the 3rd of April 2006. He had gone to Stamford Street, Old Trafford, that night with his cousin, who had been involved in a row with Proverbs Brown earlier that evening. Proverbs Brown, armed with a sawn-off shotgun and covering his face, rode a bicycle up to the van his victim was sitting in. He was followed by Ghani. Proverbs Brown aimed the gun into the van and fired it. Despite having been shot, the victim started the van and drove to the Manchester Royal Infirmary, where he was treated for gunshot injuries down his left side. He has now recovered. When police arrived at the scene, officers found 3 shotgun cartridges. Proverbs Brown and Ghani were arrested last year after a witness contacted police. He told detectives he had known that Proverbs Brown and Ghani were intending to attack one of the men in the van at the time of the shooting. The witness, who cannot be identified for legal reasons, told police they also boasted about the shooting the following day and he admitted disposing of the clothes Proverbs Brown had been wearing at tea time. Detective Inspector Bob Tonge, of GMP's Trafford Division, said, Proverbs Brown and Ghani are dangerous men who were in Manchester gangs. Proverbs Brown clearly had easy access to guns and was willing to use one. I hope the sentences passed today will send out a strong deterrent message to people who are prepared to pick up guns. Helen Burgess, the reviewing lawyer for the Crown Prosecution Service, said, the criminal justice system relies on people giving evidence against criminals. In this particular case, the CPS worked with the police to assist members of the public who gave key witness statements. The CPS successfully applied to the judge for anonymity, screens, and voice distortion were appropriate for these witnesses to give their best evidence at court. The CPS hopes other potential witnesses might come forward to report serious crimes of this nature in the knowledge that they will be supported by the police and the CPS wherever possible.